Hey, what's up everybody? In this video, we're going to take a look at Jungle Cruise Mickey at skill level 4, 5, and 6. Now, I do have another video that covers Jungle Cruise Mickey at skill level 1, 2, and 3. In that video, I do cover some of the tips and tricks that I use at the lower levels, and also some strategies that I implemented. So if you are looking for a game demonstration at the lower skill level, check that video out in the description below or in the top right hand corner. But for this video, I do want to focus on skill level 4, 5, and 6 and show you what the differences are between the 3 skill level. In terms of strategy wise, they're relatively the same, but for skill level 4, the blast radius or the skill range is going to be large. Skill level 5, it's going to be extra large, and finally for skill level 6, the skill range is going to be extra large. Now, I did cover this in the other video where I talked a little bit more about strategy, but I'll just give you a quick recap. So when you are using Jungle Cruise Mickey, you want to make sure the bubbles are cleared off the bottom of the screen. And in this case, because the blast area for skill level 4, 5, and 6 is so much bigger, anywhere that is going to be blast away, you want to make sure there's no bubbles there. Because when you have a bubble there, it does take up one Tsum slot. So if you were originally going to get 33 chains, you're only going to get 32 because you have a bubble block in the way. So you want to get rid of the bubbles as much as you can and try to let the Tsum settle in and avoid any big circle or blank areas in the middle of the screen. And because Jungle Cruise Mickey's ability does freeze, meaning that when you activate the ability, the Tsums will pause where they are, they won't continue to drop. You just want to make sure that before you activate the ability, all the Tsums are settled to the bottom or wherever their position are, because that way you'll be guaranteed to get the maximum amount of chains when you activate the ability. And as you already probably know, the higher the chain, the more coins you're going to earn. So you definitely want to strive to get the longest chain possible every single time you activate the ability. And when you are using Jungle Cruise Mickey, that is how you're going to earn a lot of coins, is activate as many abilities as you can, and also maximize the chain that you could get per clear every time you activate the ability. So that's the strategy when it comes to using Jungle Cruise Mickey. And if this is your first time using skill level 4, 5, and 6, you might want to just pay close attention to where the blast areas are going to be, because that will help you determine where the ranges are so you know where to pop the bubbles. If the bubble is at the very top, then that doesn't bother you. You could leave that bubble there. It actually might even help you if there's a bubble at the very top. But in most cases, you just want to be aware of where the blast areas are. But let's also take a closer look at the abilities all activated at the same time, so that way we can analyze it a little bit more. I'm also going to slow this down so we can see the animation in full detail. So when you do activate the ability, Jungle Cruise Mickey will come out, and then he will see a hippo and quickly steers to the left, and the hippo will open his mouth and splashes a bunch of water up onto the screen. So the water that's splashing up kind of represents the blast area. It's not necessarily the hippo's mouth, which I initially thought that was where you would, or where the clears would represent, but that's actually not the case. The hippo's mouth actually never closes. But look at this clear range. You pretty much have more than half of the screen cleared off at skill level 4. And at skill level 6, it almost looks like the entire screen is going to be blasted off. There's only maybe 7 or 8 Tsums for skill level 6 that doesn't get touched and gets cleared. So this is pretty impressive for a bottom of the screen clear Tsum, that a majority of the screen is actually going to get clear for skill level 6. So it's a very impressive skill range when it comes to clearing the bottom screen. So resuming the gameplay here, so take a look at these chains and keep in mind that the entire game there's only 45 Tsums on the screen. So looking at skill level 6 really quickly, there are 39 chains, meaning there's only 6 Tsums left on the screen that didn't get cleared. And skill level 4, we got a fantastic 32. Skill level 5, fantastic 35. So even skill level 5, it's already super amazing. Pretty good for skill level 4. So if you could get Jungle Cruise Mickey to skill level 5 and 6, it's definitely a really good Tsum to use, and it's a very easy Tsum to use to add to that. So if you want an easy Tsum to use that gets you a lot of coins, then definitely Jungle Cruise Mickey is a good option. And also each gameplay for these, it doesn't take very long. Sometimes it takes a really long time to earn you 4,000 coins, but in this case, all these gameplays went by relatively quickly, so I definitely do think that the time invested to play per game is worth it when it comes to Jungle Cruise Mickey. And these gameplays that you're watching right now is my first attempt at playing Jungle Cruise Mickey at skill level 4, 5, and 6. So with some practice, I definitely do think that there will be some significant improvement in the coin earnings. So let's take a look at the coin earnings for skill level 4, 5, and 6, and also the score as well. So for skill level 4, I got a total of 2,596 coins for skill level 4. Skill level 5, I got 3,191. And for skill level 6, I got a total of 3,647 for my first gameplay. As for score, you see that it's in the 4 million to 5 million range. So pretty impressive in terms of score. If you do level up your Jungle Cruise Mickey, you're definitely going to get a lot more points, as well as a lot more coins as well. So depending on how much you play Jungle Cruise Mickey, that's going to vary. I definitely do recommend you to practice with Jungle Cruise Mickey if this is a Tsum that you want to invest in. Now, what I also want to show you guys is my second attempt in playing Jungle Cruise Mickey. So these are now with a little bit more practice and a little bit more strategizing, but it's still only my second attempt. So don't necessarily think that this is the maximum amount of coins you could get or the highest score, because I do definitely think that there's a lot more room for improvement, especially if you're a faster player. You definitely could get a lot more coins. So for skill level 4, for this second attempt, I got 2,670 coins. And for skill level 5, I got 3,265 coins. And finally, for skill level 6, I got 3,971, just shy of that 4,000 range. But I do think that if you practice a little bit more and strategize a little bit better, I definitely do think 4,000 should come by easy if you are using Jungle Cruise Mickey at skill level 6. And like I mentioned earlier, I think that the time it takes to play one game and for you to earn 4,000 coins, it's worth it. I think it only took me 1 minute and 20 or so seconds to play each game at skill level 6, and for me to earn 4,000 coins in about a minute and a half is definitely really good. So I also want to show you guys the comparison of my first attempt and my second attempt, so that way you can see what my improvements are and just to determine for yourself if you want to invest in Jungle Cruise Mickey or not. So for skill level 4, you do see that slight improvement in coins as well as for points. Very similarly, for skill level 5, there was a slight increase in terms of coin earnings. For score wise, it's relatively the same, but for skill level 6, there's a big boost when it comes to coin earnings as well as for points as well. But that might be just luck, where I got better matchups for the, or not better matchups, but better supporting Tsums for skill level 6. So that sometimes that comes down to luck as well. Well, that's pretty much it for Jungle Cruise Mickey at skill level 4, 5, and 6. And I really hope that by showing you these game demonstrations, you can make a better decision on if you want to invest in Jungle Cruise Mickey or not. But if you ask me, I definitely do think that it's worth it if you need a Tsum to invest in. That earns you a decent amount of coins, but if you already have one of those, then maybe you could pass on Jungle Cruise Mickey. And also, if you guys want to see more Tsum Tsum content or just support this channel, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. And as always, thank you so much for watching.